Hello, welcome to session 5, Healing the World, or Writing That Mends the World, or whatever I finally decided to title this session. I am standing in a spruce forest, and I'm on Kodiak Island. A lot of you probably don't know that Kodiak Island is the northernmost reach of the Pacific Northwest rainforest. So it rains a lot here. Which isn't always wonderful. But one of the benefits is that it creates these spruced forest areas where it's green. It's so green. Right now, outside of this area, there's still snow and ice all over, but in here, it's green. And that color of green, I love that color. You remember the cover of my book? It's green. It's green. It's a forest. It's a forest. The little yellow car is driving through the forest because that green is a color that brings rest, that brings peace. And that's what we're going to be doing in this session. In the last session, you learned about word seeking, and you learned about diving in underneath the surface of your story after wisdom, after insight, after a larger truth than maybe you have known. And it's so amazing what happens when we do this, isn't it? Our stories get deeper, they get better. We get to use our words to shine light into places that have been dark. There's so much freedom that comes from it. Well, we're going to keep word seeking in this session because we're not done. We have more to excavate and explore. And you know what? If we lived in a perfect world, we wouldn't have to do this. We could be just done with the previous session, but we don't live in a perfect world. But wait, I do have a perfect world with me. Just a second, I brought it with me. Here it is. It's made of glass, and a friend gave this to me many years ago. Do you see the continents? And this is our world. And it's heavy. The light shines through it. It's this perfect sphere. It's fitting that it's made of glass, because if I were to drop this right now at my feet, it would shatter. Right? It would shatter in a million pieces. And the truth is, that's maybe closer to the world that we know. A lot of broken pieces, a lot of fragments within ourselves, within our families, our communities, our churches. I'm not going to drop this because a friend gave it to me, and I love this image of this perfect world. But we can do something about all those shattered pieces, all those broken pieces. We can do something about it. I know it feels overwhelming. How can I mend even a small piece of the world? But you know what? You can. You're discovering the power of words. And as writers, we can bring healing to this world. And I'm going to show you how in this session. I'm going to lead you in experiencing how our words can begin to mend the world and bring it back together. Whole and green and beautiful. See you there.